All right, so woke up at 5 for the gym, got back, read my 10 pages. Honestly, that took a lot longer than it should have. Right now, I'm heading to meet my lender for a quick coffee, just a meeting, and we'll see what happens next. Beautiful day, and I am here at Starbucks to meet my lender. All right, so I just got here to Starbucks to meet my lender. We're gonna go over the CPI data, talk about the rates and some other stuff. So who knows, maybe today's video will just be a quick recap about our meeting right now. All right, well, I'll see you guys soon. So CPI did come out today, and yes, it did come out slightly higher than expected. So you guys are probably wondering, how does that affect crypto and the mortgage rates? First, let's start with crypto. So one thing that we all know is the halving is only 9 days away. So at the news of CPI coming out higher than expected, we did see a quick sell-off. It did hit the EMA, and then just like that, buyers stepped in, the bulls came back in and pushed the price right back up. I'm personally not too worried about crypto at the moment. I do think with the halving in only 9 days away, I think we can see a new all-time high either right before or right after the halving. So at the moment, I don't think CPI is going to affect crypto that much. I think there's just too much hype with the halving here. So I think crypto is going to be fine. We're just going to keep going back up. Before we talk about the mortgage rates, one side note, but again, don't look into this too much. Some people are hoping that because the government is in so much debt and the higher the rates are, the higher interest they're paying back on the debt. Some people do hope that eventually they do start lowering the rates, regardless of inflation, just to help them pay back the debt. But again, right now they are focused on inflation. That might not be their main concern, so don't look into this too much. Now let's talk about the mortgage rates. So CPI data did come in slightly higher than expected. We actually did see a very big jump in the mortgage rates. It's actually the biggest jump since February 2nd of this year. But the main difference is February 2nd, we had just come off of a long-term low for the interest rates. So the previous year, we saw rates at about low 8%. And then the beginning of this year, we did see them go down to about the low 6%. Now we're ranging around the high 6, low 7s. So we did see a huge jump because of the rates. So we actually do have more inflation and jobs reports coming out tomorrow. That can affect the rates. Personally, I don't think it's going to do too much to the rates. I think we might actually see a slight boost up or maybe stay about the same. And you guys are probably wondering what affects the rates, what determines if the rates go up or down. There's no specific variable that determines whether the rates go up or down. There's multiple variables that can help decide. One of them being inflation. Right now, we still do have high inflation, therefore the rates are still high. And the rates are probably going to stay fairly high until we get inflation fixed. The other thing is actually unemployment. Ironically, the higher unemployment is, the lower rates go. Right now, the economy is doing fairly well, so a lot of people are working. So we do have low unemployment with high inflation. That's actually keeping the rates fairly high at the moment. Now, one thing I am also looking into is not specifically unemployment, but I'm also looking at wage growth. So I'm thinking that because we do have low unemployment, which is great for the economy, not necessarily the rates, I'm thinking that if wage growth can actually slow down, that might actually help the rates out. The thing is wage growth has been so significant the last few years. Here in LA, I've seen the minimum wage go up quite a bit, which is a contributing factor, again, to inflation. So not necessarily needing unemployment to go up. Maybe if unemployment can stay the same, but wage growth can slow down, therefore helping inflation slow down as well. I think that might be another factor that could help lower the rates without having to, have high unemployment in this country. All that being said, the future is unknown. Crypto can crash tomorrow. Interest rates can skyrocket, causing the housing market to crash. Who knows? In my opinion, though, when it comes to the housing market prices, I have a hard time seeing a crash anytime soon unless something completely unforeseen pops up. But at the moment, it's really as simple as supply and demand. Here in LA, if you have a home that's listed right, you're going to get multiple offers within the first week. That's just how it is. There is very little supply and there's a lot more demand than supply. With the rates being as high as they are, and if the rates continue to go down, that's just going to bring even more demand back in the market. People ask me all the time, should I buy now or should I wait and see if there's a crash? Listen, like I said, as simple as supply and demand is, I can't see any kind of crash. In fact, the biggest crash that we've had since 2020 was about November, December of 2022. When the rates first started going up, everyone paused. A lot of buyers stepped out of the market. A lot of the sellers started freaking out, thinking that there was going to be some kind of crash because we didn't know what was going to happen next. We actually were able to get a lot of people accepted into offers, below asking and getting credits back towards the closing cost. It was about a 2-month period where you could get a house for a really good deal. By about February of 2023, everyone started coming back in the market. Sorry to burst your bubble, but if you can afford to buy now and it's something you plan to live in for about 5 to 10 years, I say go for it. There's no reason not to go for it. Again, once the rates go back down, the price is going to go back up because there's going to be more demand. At the moment, there's nothing fixing the supply issue. Builders are holding on building until they sell out what the inventory they have, and then they build more. You know, if you're trying to buy a flip, who knows what's going to happen. But I just don't see prices going down anytime soon unless something crazy happens, a meteor strikes, or who knows what else could cause that. Well, hopefully this video didn't take too long. If there's anything I missed or any other questions you guys have, leave them in the comments. Like I said, I'm just trying to get back into this, trying to do this for myself. I want to keep myself accountable. I have some plans on what I start doing, not only in crypto, but also for real estate, different things I want to start doing. And I just want to record my journey. That way I'm keeping myself accountable, and then I can also update you guys if there's any new realtors or just anyone interested in the life of one. You know, there's going to be plenty of videos to come showing different things I do on different days. With that being said, appreciate you for watching. Peace out.